Hello everyone, I'm Brian and today I'm going to be reacting to Hinduism, religion or way of life. So this is my thoughts before going into this. So to my understanding what a religion is, at least in my mind, is there is a deity, whether it be a single god or multiple gods. So that's what's religion to me. I guess a religion could also mean following a very strict set of rules, maybe? But it's always been with deities there, whether it be, again, singular or multiple. And can a religion be a way of life? Yes, you can actually follow a religion based on its principles without following, without believing in the god or gods. So that's so far, my thinking on religion and way of life. Um, the reason why I'm starting to do Hinduism is because when I took world religion class, it did talk about a lot of amazingly world religion. Yeah, it talked about Buddhism, which really stuck out to me. I mean, I didn't really dig deep into it, but it was just something that really just stuck out, and I learned a little bit about it, and I do remember some things about it, and it is at least some aspects of it I do believe. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get this video started.
This is my mother. In Sanskrit, mother doesn't mean religion. It is the Germans who first tried to translate our Sanskrit literature, and they unfortunately made a great mistake. Mother they described as a religion because Buddha Mata, religion of Buddha, Christava Mata, the religion of Christ, Muhammadiya Mata, Islam. And then they came to Hindu Mata, and the poor German got confused. Because in the Hindu religion itself, there are very many mata. It is a composite mata. Hindu religion contains Shankara mata, Ramanuja mata, Madhva mata, various acharyas who have given the various viewpoint of life, and a viewpoint of life and the attitude or the thoughts of the Upanishads, all they are called mata, mata, mata. So they came to the conclusion that Hinduism is not a religion. Then what is it? It is a way of life.
So he's saying the Germans thought it was a way of life and not a religion?
An Irish padri wrote this.
But it did make it seem like the Germans were confused because they ran into Buddhism and all these other things as religion, even though, from my understanding of Buddhism, it was Buddha himself did not believe in a higher power. But the Buddhism sect split into two, where they believe one of them believed that Buddha was a god, and the other one is the original teachings of Buddha. There's no god.
For the benefit of Hindus, he wrote it, and it sounds so beautiful. What? Hinduism is not a religion. It is a way of life. You can today hear it in every drawing room, wherever youngsters are sitting and discussing Hindu culture and India, you can hear blabbering this quotation. What? Hinduism is a totally different, it's not a religion. Then what is it? It's a way of life. This is a false statement. No thinking man will accept it or give it any credit at all.
Confused?
What an abominable stupidity is wrapped up in such an attractive sentence. Hinduism is not a religion, it is a way of life. Oh, I see. And Christianity? It is a religion. Oh, so no way of life, is it? What is religion without a way of life? How can there be a way of life without a religion? See? It's a self-contradiction that you are saying. It is not a religion, it is a way of life. If thus Hinduism is not a religion, it is only a way of life, then Christianity is a religion and therefore no way of life.
Well, no, no. I think. Well, again, this is my thinking, but there is religion. There is a religion, it's also a way of life. But there is a way of life without being a religion. I'm good. That's what I'm thinking.
What is religion without a way of life?
Yeah, exactly.
Is not religion to guide us in our world, in our life? So it is an empty, high-sounding statement. All these spring from one little mistake. They made Mata as a religion. Mata, Sanskrit word, comes from the word mati, mati meaning buddhi, intellect. So that which is crystallized in the intellect is called a mata. So mata only means an opinion. So each master, according to the historical period that they appeared, studied the situation of the society and evaluated its weaknesses and strength and prescribed a way of life which would suit those people at that time. And this prescription given out by the prophets, saints and sages is called a mata, his opinion, Jesus' opinion. The eternal reality remaining the same, masters come from time to time, give out their opinion, how best the social members of that community of that time can come to live and come to grow and experience this state. The eternal truth is not changed, but religions will change, must change. Truth remaining eternal and the same.
That's kind of what happened over. I mean, I'm sure it has happened throughout history, but to see it happen in your lifetime, it's I don't know. It happens, but most of the time you don't take notice to it. But there's been a pretty, I won't say necessarily a big one, but there's been one that I've noticed in America, which is the acceptance of homosexuals. And in order for churches to survive, especially when it's becoming more and more accepted in society, that any church that basically denies them, they kind of get shut down. But it's up to the church's decision whether they want to do that or not. I mean, in churches you're supposed to be teaching about love and acceptance, and yet they're not, which is contradictory.
Religions keep on changing
In order to
because
survive.
the society changes.
There
The
you go.
individuals change. Our demands and needs, physical, mental, intellectual, changes from time to time. The old religion may not be able to answer all the needs and the demands of the modern society.
Makes sense. I mean, it's generally written for the current time, and they want to write it to where majority of people can accept it. Otherwise, the religion will die. And that's the reason why religion throughout time has changed. Now, I'm wondering if he's going about this where Hinduism has not changed.
Thus, the religions must grow to accommodate the needs and the demands of the society, keeping always the highest ideal or the reality in front of you. Only the great prophets and saints and sages can do so, because they are constantly in contact with the higher state of consciousness. Without compromising those highest reality, adjustments have to be made from time to time. The religion must get updated, or else.
It's weird when it said updated. I do deal with computers, and Windows has to update. I don't know why I thought that. It's just so weird.
The religion must get updated, or else the society will run away from religion and start living themselves independently. Thing. Not to change is called fundamentalism. When a tree is planted, to protect it, let us say, that I put a concrete tube around it to protect it from the grazing cattle. The plant grew. As years passed by, the plant is a living thing. Its stem, its trunk started growing. Now this concrete thing is not elastic. But the tree is a dynamic living being.
Ah, I see. Okay. So basically, what it's saying is that I think again I watched this, but I'm assuming he's saying that the fact that the concrete never changes, so as time wears it down, it degrades, whereas a tree is ever growing and changing, so therefore it flourishes because it can change.
So you start growing. But the concrete tube will not allow it to grow. Do you know what will happen?
Break the concrete.
The
Or go
tree
around it.
grows outside the tube.
Oh. Well, eventually the tree will wear down that concrete tube.
That tube is absorbed into the system of the tree. Put a wire around a tree. After 3-4 years, you find the wire you cannot find. Why? It has been absorbed into the system.
Tree grew around it, yeah.
The tree cannot be stopped because of the wire. Thus the old religion while embracing, and the society grows, this embrace must become elastic, yielding them to grow, and yet hold them together. Not like an iron belt, but as a living, appreciating embrace of love. Thus, like the bark of a tree, the bark of a tree holds the trunk together, and as the cambium from within grows, the bark yields, and yet holds the tree together. Religions always change. And that religion that dynamically changes according to the needs of the society and embraces the new demands of the society. It is such religions and cultures live a long, long life. Hinduism is a typical example. Thousands of centuries it has lived only because of its elasticity.
Okay.
Greek and the Roman and the Egyptian and the Macedonian cultures broke down because at a certain period of time, when the new demand started in the society, the old religion will not yield, became orthodoxy and choked, and therefore the society walked out of religion and lived independently.
Okay, so I was wrong. I thought he was going to say that Hinduism hasn't changed.
Life cannot be stopped. Just as a perennial river cannot be blocked. You may make a wall, but it will overflow. Because it's a perennial river, much more dynamic is life. So here Krishna says, my mother therefore only means this my opinion. This secret of achievement that I have given to you is my opinion. If you want, you accept it, or else you reject it. You have got the freedom to do so. But this is my opinion.
Oh, what? Okay, so he still. I don't know. Did he answer whether Hinduism is a religion or a way of life? I guess maybe he did, because at least from what I remember him saying, it's like you cannot have a religion without a way of life, because in order to follow the religion, you have to follow its way of life. That's what I'm pulling from it. Again, something that I've always believed is the fact that yeah, religion is a way of life because you have to follow its rules of its life, especially with religion that says that you have to do certain things to get into heaven or to the promised land, whatever that may be. Excuse me, jeez. So so yeah, so like there, you cannot sin, you cannot do whatever, and you have to ask for forgiveness. You have to be baptized. You have to I don't know what else there. I'm more familiar with Christian or Western religion, Catholic, Baptist. Not even all that familiar with it. It's just I've it's been just been around, so I have that understanding of it. Um, but has Hinduism really changed? Again, I've not. I don't know if there's a large community of Hinduism. I'm sure there are in certain areas in the United States, but just not where I've lived. And I'm wondering, has it really changed? I in my thoughts, no, because Hinduism has always been so. Its verse has always been so adaptive that it's acceptable in almost any time era. I'm guessing that's just an assumption I'm going off of, which has no basis on anything that I've known. But it's just that's how I picture it. But then again, according to him, he says that Hinduism has been able to adapt, and that's the reason why it's been around for so long, that it's changed with the people, and it's not the brick wall or the cylinder wall around a tree. Hmm. Has there been any recent change to Hinduism that anyone out there had noticed? I'm just curious, like I said, about the Christianity, Catholicism, or something around the United States where churches have been more accepting of gay people because society has changed to accept them. Therefore, the churches, in order to survive, has to accept them. Now, the churches can do whatever they want, whether they accept them or not, and suffer whatever the consequences may be. Because there are people who are, who have gay friends, and if their church don't accept them, then they move to a different church. And it's really stupid to not accept people into your church, especially a religion. Generally speaking, you live and die by the people that follow, especially churches. Even though there are many different churches of the same religion, your church, if you're a pastor in that one church, you live and die based on how many people come to your church. And if less and less people keep coming to you, you're going to go out of business in a sense. It's weird to say that in a church, but anyways. All right, I think I said too much already. But anyways, if you like my reaction, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.